Yo, what's up guys, this is SkullCloud72 and I am here for Redstone Noobing Guide Part 2. Now this was Part 1, and I am here for Part 2. Now, before I begin, this one is, this episode is about getting logic gates, like, because Redstone is actually, when they made it, they actually made it so it can mimic logic gates and stuff. You don't really need to know what that is on the circuitry anyway. It's just ways to it's just ways to change what the wiring can do and can make them do different cool stuff that's kind of cool and stuff. So two things before I begin. One, I guess I should say this. I am sorry I forgot to mention these ones. I mean, this one I talked about, but I totally forgot to do the hopper. I am so sorry I forgot to do the hopper. So I mean, I'm gonna do those real quick. And second of all, you might be asking what's with the funky chest. Well, my thing is, I have been playing here on the map and with a texture pack called Atheist Ascended, and which is like the recommended one. And somehow when I go back to default, the chest in the texture pack somehow carries over, and it's screwed up. So this is actually the chest from that texture pack, and I don't know why it's replacing the normal one when I'm back into the normal default resource pack. So I don't know why. When I'm back into the regular look, I don't know why the chest got carried over, but it did for some reason, so I am sorry about that. And also, this one I doubt will be such as long as an episode, but if it's not too long in the time, I might actually spend some time just talking about what special dispenses it can do, and also talk some more about hoppers, rather than saying what they are in the crafting recipe. So I mean, yeah. And I mean, I'll go in depth about like what you can do with them and stuff. But right now, I am gonna get started, and here we go. So anyway, well, I'm not going to specifics already. So anyway, back to these. The first thing we have here is the hopper, and what this does is it normally moves contents between chests. Now, what you have to do with it is you have to like shift click. So I mean, if I actually wanted to, I could just shift click, and now anything that I put inside that thing, it does that, but also holds 5 spots of its own, which also acts as the area for moving items. But anyway, so anyway, if I wanted to, I would actually move stuff into this chest, but I already have the crafting recipe in here, so I guess since you can see it now, you're gonna need 5 iron, and I'm sorry about the texture thing again, but you're gonna need 1 chest and like 1 hopper. So I mean, yeah, but also you could put like another chest up here, and anything I put in this chest will go to that chest. So I'm just gonna show you this real quick. It's gonna mess up the crafting recipe, I guess, but look, and then that's just gonna go through there. It's gonna move to there. Now I guess I could, if I really wanted to, real quick, take all these out, and I'll just put a boatload of iron in here. So you can put stuff in there. It'll actually also pick up items that are dropped right above it if you want. Oops, didn't work. And that didn't go in, so I didn't throw it up there. Oh, see, I'm throwing it up there, and it's gonna go right in, and it's gonna. It's not instant.
Are you recording?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't know. I wouldn't have done that if I.
I know. It's okay. Don't worry. I have to put it into something anyways. I have to cut out anyways. I have to go and post short in some parts. I'm running a series. I'm gonna start making, and this is part. And it's gonna be several episodes. This is actually the second episode. That's the first. But the thing is, for the first 3 episodes, I'll still have to build. So, yeah. At episode one, it was 45 minutes of recording, but I shortened it out still, and it was still like 30 minutes. So that's gonna be a long video. Are you gonna be in here or what? Alright. I might just continue then. So anyway, when you put stuff in the hopper, I'll just put this iron in here real quick. It feeds up, and it actually takes time. It's not against it or anything, but it takes a while. But you see how that kind of works. And oh crap, I actually totally forgot to put the crafting recipe in this one. Actually, no, I did. Well, anyway, this is how you make a trapdoor, I think. Or it might just be 1 row, I don't know, I haven't really checked, but, anyway, this is an iron trapdoor, and this is 1.8, obviously. So, I mean, it's just like regular, it's just like an iron door, you can't use it without redstone current. And also, I did forget to mention when you apply when you put power to a hopper, it will stop transferring contents. So like it won't go anymore. But if I pull the lever, it'll start going again. This is just, you know. So now that I'm done with those, I'm going to start getting onto the logic gates and stuff that you can. Well, anyway, this one is the OR gate, which is pretty much the simplest one because you pretty much don't have to do anything. Which pretty much is, if any of the inputs are true, or if any of these things are giving power, then the output will receive power. And this is normal things, which is like a T-junction. So like, this will provide power to it, or this will, or this will. It just means like all that will happen, like any of those can provide power. And then that's the OR gate. Now that's the simplest because it's just normal state. You don't have to do anything to the or whatever. Now this one is called a NOT gate or an inverter, and it's pretty much going to inverse the current. Now the best way to do this is you have to. This is what happens when you do a redstone torch. When you run power into a redstone torch, it will actually turn off, but it actually has to be onto the block which holds the torch, because otherwise it'll just receive power from the torch and that's not working. So pretty much, yeah, it'll turn off. And let's say we can inverter. But say like normally without the redstone torch, if it was just like this, it would power the light when I hit the button. But otherwise, if I wanted to make it so it would turn it off when I hit the button for a brief second, or if I put the tires on, it will do that, and so like that will turn off, and normally that will feed the power. So, well, that's a NOT gate. Now this is a very complex thing called the AND gate, and it's pretty much used in and it's kind of like a lock almost, except for it's kind of complicated. So I mean, yeah. But anyway, see, it uses two inverters here. It uses two inverters, and it uses two inverters as a sort of lock thing, and it uses three inverters because these inverters will do this. Now I used to think that until I actually tested this, I didn't think it was gonna work. Okay, and I will be right back then. Okay, we are back. So I'm assuming I was on the AND gate still. Yeah. So the AND gate uses three inverters to make it, and anyway, so it's pretty much a lock. Like both levers must be turned on to most levers must be turned on for it to turn off, I guess. Yeah, for it to be powered. So no matter what, like if one of these, say this lever's right here, no matter what I do, this lever is not going to activate it. Even if I pull it, then this one has to be pulled. Now this is just a quick updo. Normally you'd make these run far away and make this power further away and make it like a door or something and just like a hidden lock door, but yeah. So yeah. Okay, and even if they're both off, still. I mean, yeah. So anyway, the next one we have here is called. It's pretty much almost has the same prices as an. It almost is like this, but it's simpler, is what I think it is. But anyway, this is an AND gate. I mean a NOR gate. It's sort of like the OR gate plus a NOT gate, which actually is exactly what it is, because it's relying on that anything can provide power, and there's an inverter in it. So yeah, pretty much. So anyway, pretty much all the levers must be turned off for it to provide power, because otherwise any of them would provide power. I'm inverting the current. So yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of just like a lock, but it's simpler and it uses one inversion, not like three. So anyway, so next thing we have here, actually I have to be honest, for the rest of these, I don't really know if they're even gates. I mean, this is like logic gates and just like other stuff, because I don't really call this a logic gate. I don't even know what to call it, other than only I can say is it's the way you can like mimic a lever with two buttons. Like if you want to have an on button and an off button, this would be an on button. This is how you do it. So you have a redstone block now. Yeah, so if you have you push a redstone block, now push it there, and it actually powers that. Now normally you might have wiring running from right here to somewhere, just in that one direction, and then they'll then provide powers for that. But here I'm just using this for simplicity and not trying to do something like that. But anyway, this is what this is, and then if you do this, you just push it the other way, and it'll turn off. So this would be like if you want to turn the light on, if you want to turn the light off. Of course, you can do this for any other redstone thing. This is just the example. The lamp's just easy to test with. I mean, it shows you. I guess a notebook would be easy too, but I like the lamp because it's more like whatever. So anyway, yeah. What do you want to call that? And anyway, if you're in 360 edition, if you're watching this in 360 edition, or so I didn't say something, but actually that one thing with the two levers where it makes the two levers with the two repeaters where like one locks the other. Whatever, right here. That's not available in 360 yet, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm gonna, if anybody's in 360 Pocket Edition, forget it. There's no redstone yet. I know this because I figured this out in 360 Edition, and since there is powered blocks and stuff, yeah. In Pocket, and if you're playing 360, you're gonna be like this. Redstone block don't exist yet. So I mean, if you want to play it in 360, you can just use a powered block and use a torch on the bottom, and then use some other block, and then it'll work it because the torch powers that block down there. So if you want to do 360, that's how you do that. Otherwise, yeah, you can use a redstone block, or you could use this if you want. It's not much of a difference. Now the next thing we have here is a loop circuit. Now, if you want to know what a loop circuit is, if you're not sure, it's like it's constant. It's something that'll make whatever the output is on off repeatedly on its own. So this, now there is there's multiple ways to make these. In fact, actually, I'm going to show you two other ones in a sec. This is but this one is a little bit more. It's not. I'm going to be honest. It's not known that much, but it is actually very it's much better. Even though no one really knows about this one, I think it's a lot better because you can actually easily change the add or subtract to the delay. So I mean, you can't use this because otherwise, I'll show you whatever. I don't know what happens, but it just like stops working, and I'll actually show you that one right there when I'm showing you that version. But anyway, so anyway, I'm gonna show you with full delay first. So this is a 5-tick delay, or otherwise half a second per thing. So. Now the only reason this lever here is because if you actually feed power to this block, this will actually make it turn on so it's constantly on. So I mean it'll stop the repeating circuit. Now I suppose if you wanted it to be whatever is a natural state off, you just add another inverter, sort of. So I'm gonna move that way so it doesn't interfere with that one, and you just do this. So the natural state's off, so it'd actually be powering to that, and you guys see. So you want to do that. But anyway, if you pull the lever, actually, you have to add the lever after. But anyway, here's how it works. Here, I'm going to show you it in this delay. Oops. Sorry about that. That was going to lag me because I'm in 1.8. For some reason, 1.8 is laggy for me, but you see how it works. And now if you want to make it faster or slower, you just increase or decrease the delay, in this case decreasing. This is the fastest you can go with it still working. Now if you want to do stuff with this, like note blocks and stuff, it'd be like if you want to make an alarm or something, it's really cool. So I mean that's a kind of a fun one. Now this is a different version. It's pretty much, this one is a lot more popularly used. This one is a lot more known. And I guess it's sort of good, but it works off rail and stuff, and that one's not stuff. And rail can be a little bit expensive sometimes, especially if you're like starting out. But anyway, I actually don't be in it. But anyway, you'd push it, and it'll just every time. And this you can do if you're in creative, I guess, because you can. The more track there is, the more delay it will be. So it's a lot better if you're doing these. But there's another way to do those too. You just pretty much increase the length of it through more in things, and I might show you that in a second. But this is just one that's known, and this is just lagging me, so I'm not going to keep these going at once. Now, the next one I'm about to show you is used, but actually it is sometimes is used just to lag servers, and people can get banned for this if you do it on a server. But these are often used for like annoyance machines or anything. But anyway, what this is pretty much how you create the fastest possible what are they called, things. Now, no matter how many of these you add, as you can see right there. it will still have the same speed, but the difference is the fewer there is, if there's more output or something, it's more likely to stop working. Like right here, that's why I built this one. It only uses one, and pretty much it actually breaks, because I mean, it says actually what happens if you keep this one on the full fast delay. It just won't stop working. You have to like break it apart and just rebuild it, because it's so fast it won't stop working. And you hear like, yeah, you hear that like what happens if like water hits, if it's raining and there's lava pulls out and stuff anyway, and it'll just stop working. So I mean, so pretty much if you really wanted to, I'm gonna have to be very careful here because this is gonna lag me badly. If you want to, you just use this. And anyway, yeah, like I said, I don't know if you noticed, but you can put a lever on any of these blocks, and any one that's pulled will stop the whole thing from working. It'll just stop it on this case. So you could have one here or down there or wherever, but on one of the blocks. So here, I'm just gonna do this one. Now, oops. Let's see. Yes, now it's gonna work. No, you're not gonna see too much because I am. Oh god. Oh god. Here comes the lag. I'm breaking that. I'm pulling it. Yes, I mean, unless you got a really fast computer. I mean, I swear to God, I don't know what's wrong with my laptop. Like, even other people on their laptops get like 60 frames per second. I don't get like never more than 10. I don't think. I swear, I don't know what's wrong, especially in single player. Jeez, my single player world just becomes so laggy. I can't even play some adventure maps because there's so much redstone, and it lags too badly. But anyway, that's the end of that. So these are pretty much all the logic gates for right now I know of. Or I mean, there's more ones that are like XNOR and that stuff. There's like XOR and XNOR, and I don't even know what those are. Those are just crazy things. There's pretty much just expansions of these, but these are like the core ones, I guess. They're really, oh my gosh, those other ones are really kind of annoying. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna in future episodes. So actually, in the next one, I'm gonna actually no, not in the next one, in 2 more, because the next one's gonna be basic wiring and that. But this one is gonna be but this one, I mean, the one after that, I'm actually gonna show you how to apply these and turn them into very good things, especially the invert. That'll become your best friend. Now, I don't know. I'll be right back for a second. Alright guys, I am back, and I was just going real bit quick so I could, well, build all these so I can show you pretty much at least all the items I know dispensers will dispense with the special dispense, and there's actually quite a few here, so I'm going to get going so this video isn't like the last one where it's like half an hour. So anyway, I guess I had time. If I probably won't do hoppers this time, maybe next time. I mean, you got the gist of it, but there's special areas and certain things that you'll want to look at, so I mean, yeah. I might show a quick example of those, because there's a way those react with what are they called? There's a special way those react with chests. You need for a large chest. Certainly you need them, and there's a few things I'll talk about them after. I guess as long as this video isn't too long. So anyway, I'm gonna start again. So here's the first item. I'm pretty sure a lot of you nerdy know about this one. I mean, it's even naturally found inside of jungle temples, and that pretty much gives it away, but... Oh, wait, hold on, guys, I will be right back. I just remembered I forgot to build one of them. There, I built the last one. I built it a little high, and I'll tell you that reason later, but... Yeah, I'm back at the first one now. I said these are pretty... I just spoiled it. But anyway, yeah, it shoots arrows. If you put an arrow in it, it'll shoot the arrow. Look right as if it were from a bow. Now these are very popular in traps and stuff, and no, yeah, you'll actually see these in jungle temples, like I said. So you just pick a dispenser, you put it with an arrow in it, and yeah, that. So the next one we have here is this is, oh man, I should have remember where I put these in order. Alright, I'm not sure if you saw it, but alright, this one here is. This one right here is to show you something else. Like these, now this is just one kind. It will work with all kinds, but splash potions. It will actually work with all kinds of splash potions. Oh wow, I've never actually seen the particle effect of that because this is a jump boost, and I've never actually seen the particle effect for it. Wow, that looks cool. I like that green. But anyway, let's shoot splash potions if you put them inside. So yeah. Oh my gosh, that was a jump boost. Or it's leaping. Alright, that's cool. Anyway, the third one here is, I don't know, I'm gonna see what it is. Alright, yeah, so this is another one. It shows you snowballs. A lot of these things are projectiles. way it shoots snowballs. You can shoot snowballs. Now, I mean, yeah, this is not projectile now. This one is a very fun one. If you want to make a add one of those things and you add multiple, you can give yourself a lot of XP fast. This is for XP build. Now, a lot of these are fun and traps, especially when you use like one of these loop things. What are they called, loop circuits. So I mean, yeah, that was XP balls, and yeah. So next one we have here is this one I don't really like too much. It's not that good, but here. Light the ground in front of it on fire. Now, I mean, I have no idea why you'd want to do this, but it works. So yeah, flint and steel. Just light the ground on you on fire. Oh, this one was obvious. Now there's something. This is one probably most of you don't know. Oh, that's not working right. Well, anyway, yeah, it'll just shoot out a bucket of lava if you put lava in it. And then actually, since you now have the empty bucket, if you step on it back, it'll actually collect the lava again. And so it's right there, back in the bucket. So you can just do it, and if you want to, yeah. This one is pretty much just pretty similar. So of course, if lava's gonna work, why wouldn't water work? Oh no, that's not good. And then of course, see again, it's gonna pick it back up. Now this one, I can't exactly remember what this one was. Alright, yeah, this one is one that some of you may know. It's more popular and more fun to use. Of course, you can always just right click on the ground with these to use them, but hey. Firework. I just made a real quick firework, but still actually kind of a nice one. But so you can just right click on the ground with these in order to use them. But yeah, firework. And actually, if you want to on the ground, I'm not gonna do it because it's lagging. You can just hold the right trigger, and I'll do them super fast. But anyway, yeah, firework. Now this one is one that I'm sure most of you do not know, and is also a very useful one, especially if you're building a mom arena, and that kind of gives it out. But spawn eggs. It will work with spawn eggs. Oh, yeah. I don't want the fill gem away, so I'm gonna 5 that strength. I don't want infinite time. Let's give myself 10 seconds. Now I'm gonna set 255, the max, or it was 25, the max thing. Or 25 works. So anyway, that's that. Now these I shouldn't have to do that, so I won't be spoiling them. And I also know real guns, and I also forgot to put a pressure plate on top of this one. Now this one is probably known to pretty much everyone except serious noobs or just low level noobs, or just even some of the average people. This is very used a lot, and especially in, I can't say what it is because I'll spoil it, but anyway, and the water here is for a reason. That one's for a different reason, but watch this. TNT. Now this is not working 360 yet, so yeah, I'll be happy with it. The only reason I have the water here is so I don't blow up my area. But you know, it's TNT, and it is actually very often TNT cannons. 360 edition, I might show a TNT cannon later that you can build variations. This one might be kind of obvious. There's a rail here, there's a dispenser right at the end of it. What do you think is going to come out? A minecart. No, yeah. You break it up. Oops. Oh, no, you can't. Okay, never mind. You don't do that. But anyway, you put a minecart in it, and it'll place a minecart. But there has to be rail in front of it, though. There must be rail in front of it to work. So, I mean, yeah. Just like with this is similar. This is not TNT. It is a boat. Now, again, like this, there must be water in front of it in order for it to dispense it. Otherwise, it'll just act like it's doing it. Now, the last one here, or at least the last one I know of, I mean, like, I don't know if I said this before, but I mean, all spawn eggs will work in all splash potions. So I mean, don't think I'm just cutting you out here. No, I'm having to step on this because this is my favorite one. It is just another projectile, but I think it's pretty freaking sweet. It actually gives you no reason to build these because they just pretty much the same thing as flint and steel, but they do the same thing as flint and steel, but they actually have another use, and that is fireball. Yeah, so you know, these are fire charges, and you just put them in one of these, and they become fireballs. These things are awesome. And we're gonna have above the ground, so it didn't hit the ground too soon like that. But when they hit the ground, they do cause fire, and they will also light anything on fire in front of them. So it's actually like an arrow, but it's gonna set them on fire. I love fireballs. This is just so awesome. I don't know about you guys. I like fireballs so much. It's so much fun, especially when I just like a loop circuit and there's so many of them. So anyway, I mean, guys, that's that. Now, I guess I can really quick show you the the special conditions under which hoppers need to work, since I already showed you the base of them. So I'm just gonna real quickly grab a chest and grab a furnace, and I guess just grab some items like fucking coal, and I probably want some uncooked meat or something. So always get some like not raw fish. I don't want raw fish. That's just like I'm just not in the mood. Let's just go 1.8 and go. Let's stop and just go wrap it. That looks weird. And I guess I could just take some other. No, actually that's snacks. No, I guess I could. That's all you can like carry one of those two. I guess I can take some other random items too. Something. So anyway, yeah, I've already showed you the main thing about these. These will work between all container items pretty much, like music discs, jukeboxes, and chests and furnaces, and actually, I'll show you soon other hoppers too. Or they can just hold storage, which is kind of useless because I mean it only holds 5 storage when it's very little. So I mean there's a very special thing that you need to do when you're doing a furnace. There's a special concept about these. Now there's 2 output holes. And anyway, there's 2 output holes. And this one, and there's 2 input holes. There's this one. There's the stuff that's being cooked and the stuff that's going inside. Now it's not like you just put whatever one inside you want and it'll go inside the right spot. See, it's gonna directly go out right there and go inside right there. So I mean, it'll always go into the top. So that's where we're gonna want to put our raw rabbit. Oh yeah, and also if you ever want the output of, if you ever want something to go into a hopper, the hopper must be underneath it. And also you must always shift, because otherwise you have to shift and then right click, but you like crouch and you do it so you can actually place stuff on stuff that normally react to a right click. So like no matter if you're shifting and you have a furnace down, you're never gonna go inside of it. In fact, I'm actually gonna build it like on there, or you will, only if you hold your bare hand though. So I mean you have to do that, but here and actually here's this. So now you actually put it in the side if you want whatever. So say I have more of this, this is going to go into the furnace and then back into that as it continues. Well, I mean, you could put chests up there and you'd put whatever into the chest, but I don't want to do that right now. Then what you put in here is you put the coal in here. Now you could put chests there, like I said, just put the coal there. But yeah, and then anyway, you'll do this. Now do you want to collect the output somewhere? Do this. And you want what's the output? Like I said, you got to put it in this. So you'd have to shift click onto that, so because otherwise it won't go into the chest, because that's the piece going into the chest. And then you see like all the stuff going to be collected on the chest. Now that is extremely very useful and stuff. So I mean, yeah, have fun with that. Now here's another one. Here's the thing about with chests. Now if you want a chest but you want to use a large chest, you have to use 2 hoppers. Otherwise it won't collect items from both chests. So I say like, I mean, if you wanted to take stuff from this. Hold on. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. If you want to take stuff from one chest and put it into another, but the other one's actually a large chest, you actually gotta do this, and then you gotta click onto the other hopper so that stuff from that thing. So it'll feed into that hopper and then into there. Same way you do that. And actually I need some blocks here. And then that's pretty much how I have to do a large chest though. I mean I'm not gonna build it, but yeah. And also if this kind of goes along with that, but if you want to make a continuous like conveyor belt, you can just do this. Just click on the hoppers and they'll all go into each other's hoppers. And then right here you'll put like this one. And over here you'll put this one. I guess. And actually you'd have to break this up because that's facing the ground, not it. So you have to shift click there, and that's why I just grab this crap. Just throw it in here. And it's just going to go through all of them until they all make their way down to out here. So I mean, yeah, it'll work like it's continuous conveyor belt or something. And like I said, feeding power to one of them or to a block adjacent to them or whatever will make them stop transferring items. So I mean, yeah, they're mostly not exactly redstone. I mean, they are, but they're different. So I mean, they react with redstone, but they're not exactly mainly redstone. They're mostly just like that. So anyway, guys, that was Redstone Noobing Guide episode 2. Please subscribe for more. There will be future episodes. I already got the next 2 planned out, but I got to build their setups and that. So anyway, guys, thank you guys. Please subscribe for more. Leave a like for sure. I still need to get my channel out there. So thanks guys. This is Scarclass72, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.